Imagine living in a country where your every move is scored. You take the metro, plus points. You run a red light, minus points. If your score drops, your plane ticket gets cancelled. This isn't a nightmare. It's real in China. But this is just the beginning. Welcome to China. China is a massive country located in Eastern Asia with a land area of 9,596,000 square kilometers. Roughly the size of almost all of Europe. So what's the population here? Approximately 1,400,000,000. That means 1 out of every 18 people in the world is Chinese. Think about that for a minute. 1,400,000,000 people speaking the same language, growing up with the same history, and living within the same system. And this massive population is concentrated in cities. Shanghai has 24 million, Beijing 21 million, Shenzhen 17 million inhabitants. The number of people living in just these 3 cities is almost equal to the entire population of Germany. This number alone is incredible. But what's truly astonishing is how so many people are governed, and how this country has transformed over the last 20 years. Let's look at that now. China is the second largest economic power in the world today, right behind the United States. And here's what will surprise you. In 2001, China contributed only 2% to the global economy. Today, around 16%. In other words, this country grew its economy roughly 8-fold in 20 years. So what drove this growth? Technology. Today, China is a world leader in artificial intelligence, 5G, autonomous vehicle technology, and electric vehicle production. You may have heard of a company called BYD. Tesla's biggest competitor is now this Chinese company, and its vehicles are sold worldwide. China doesn't just consume technology, it produces it. This difference changes everything. But technology and economy are only one side of the story. The other side, people. The youth living in China today are living in a completely different world. When you visit cities like Shanghai, Shenzhen, and Beijing, you realize everything is digital. No doorbells, no cash, just your phone, and that phone is your entire life. You shop, you order food, you buy tickets, you even enter buildings by face recognition. With a single app called WeChat, you can manage almost every aspect of life. No other country in the world experiences this level of digital integration. And now we come to a very interesting point. There's a culture that has emerged in China in recent years that's spreading rapidly around the world, and you may have never heard of it. Street influencer culture. In other words, street influencer culture. Here's the essence of this culture. People make money by filming videos on social media platforms, but not sitting at a desk, out in the streets, in markets, interacting with random people. Douyin, China's most popular platform, which is the original Chinese version of TikTok, is the birthplace of this culture. Here, millions of people live stream, while both selling products and providing entertainment. And this phenomenon has grown so large that some people make their entire living from it. Here's the most interesting aspect. Some influencers work together with small towns, selling all of a village's products through live streams and providing job opportunities for people in that village. The name of this system is live commerce, the live stream sales system. And this system is estimated to have generated approximately $600 billion in revenue in China in 2023. $600 billion. Just from selling products in live streams. Think about that number one more time. A system that has become competitive with a significant portion of Amazon's annual revenue. And at the foundation of all this are people walking around the streets with phones in hand, talking to people, entertaining. China showed this to the world, and the world listened. But China's power isn't limited to the digital world alone. This country is also known as the world's factory, and this nickname wasn't given for nothing. You've probably seen Made in China on every product you pick up. But these aren't just cheap toys or simple products anymore. Today, China manufactures everything from iPhones to electric cars, from solar panels to giant ships. 80% of solar panels sold worldwide are manufactured in China. 80%. And it's not just about quantity, it's quality too. China is now producing high-tech products instead of low-cost manufacturing. And the world's largest port cities are also here. The port of Shanghai is the world's busiest container port. Every day, tons of products are distributed to the world from here. The heart of global trade now beats here. So where does all this growth come from? One of the answers is education. The education system in China is extremely strict and competitive. Chinese students are among those who study the longest in the world. A high school student studies an average of 10-12 hours a day, and it all ends with the Gaokao Exam, China's university entrance exam. This exam is so important that it determines a student's entire future. Every year, more than 10 million students take this exam, and during the exam, traffic in cities is even controlled. Ambulances wait on standby, parents wait outside for hours. This system produces world-class engineers, scientists, and software developers for China. The number of engineers graduating from China each year is far greater than that of the United States. And this human power is the biggest weapon behind the technology revolution. And finally, we can't pass without mentioning infrastructure. China is breaking world records in infrastructure projects. The world's longest bridge is in China. The Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge is 55 kilometers long. The world's fastest train is also in China. The Shanghai Maglev train reaches speeds of 430 kilometers per hour, but the real big project is the Belt and Road Initiative. With this project, China is trying to reshape the world. It's building infrastructure projects in more than 150 countries, from Asia to Europe, from Africa to Latin America, building ports, laying railways, opening roads. This isn't just a trade route, it's also a strategy to create a sphere of influence. China is quietly connecting the world and placing itself at the center of this connection. So where is all this transformation taking China? 1 billion Chinese people ask themselves this question every day, and the answer hasn't been fully determined yet. But we know this country never stopped for a moment, and even when it paused, it continued to progress. 40 years ago, Chinese streets were filled with bicycles. Today, electric cars roam around. 40 years ago, there were rice fields. Today, there are artificial intelligence laboratories among skyscrapers. This speed, this transformation, isn't just the story of one country. It's a force affecting the future of the entire world. And let's leave you with this question. If China continues at this pace, what will the world map look like in 2050? How will the balance of economic power shift? Who will be the technology leader? The answers to these questions may become clear in the next 10 years. I'll continue with this in my next video. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts about China with me in the comments.